Picture this: the moonlit streets of Paris, the sound of scooters in the distance, and one young man standing at the doorstep of the girl he's loved for years. That's exactly how the series finale of The Summer I Turned Pretty opens, and it immediately grabs you by the heart. Conrad shows up at Belle's apartment, completely unannounced, surprising her and catching her off guard. She hasn't seen him in over a year, and while her reaction is a bit chilly at first, she agrees to spend the day with him before he takes a train to Brussels. And just like that, we're off on an emotional roller coaster through the city of love. Belle reluctantly plays tour guide, taking Conrad to her favorite spots in Paris. Their day is full of little moments that remind them, and us, of why their relationship mattered so much in the first place. The rooftop conversation where Belle admits she's found herself in Paris feels like the first real moment of honesty between them in a long time. She initially used as an excuse to ditch him at 8 p.m. This is where things get spicy. Conrad arrives at Belle's apartment just as she's getting ready, noticing photos of Benito on her wall, which make him quietly wonder if he even stands a chance. Then comes one of the most stunning moments of the episode. Belle walks out in a little black dress, asking Conrad for help with her jewelry. The tension is thick, but before anything can happen, it's time to leave for dinner. At the dinner table, things get awkward fast. Belle's French friends are curious about Conrad. Benito is clearly feeling territorial, and the atmosphere is electric. You can feel the tension simmering under the surface. This isn't just a casual reunion. This is two people standing at the edge of a decision that could change everything. Benito even gifts Belle a daring photo of herself tangled in bedsheets, which absolutely sets Conrad's emotions on fire. Then we get the reveal that Belle turned down Benito's offer to go to Mexico and actually broke things off with him. This revelation changes everything. Suddenly, the door is wide open for a Conrad-Belle reconciliation. But can Conrad step through it? His ground in a way we haven't really seen from him before? It's like he realizes this is his moment to either win Belle back or lose her forever. Belle, meanwhile, seems to be caught between two worlds, her Parisian life with new friends and her deep history with Conrad. The dinner scene becomes a subtle battle of emotions, with each conversation revealing more about how much Belle has grown since leaving Cousins. There's laughter, a bit of teasing, and under the table, a whole lot of nervous energy. When the group gifts Belle a single joint as a present, Conrad refuses to smoke, but the playful passing of it adds to the slow-burn romantic tension between them. By the time they leave dinner, you can feel a shift. The walls between Belle and Conrad are crumbling, and the question now is whether they will finally let themselves be vulnerable again. The night is far from over, and the streets of Paris are about to become the backdrop for one of the most important conversations of their lives. Asks if he should call her Isabelle like her friends do, but she insists that to him, she'll always be Belle. That one little exchange says so much about their bond. It's intimate, familiar, and full of history. Conrad admits he thought Belle was just running away from her problems when she moved to Paris, but now he can see she's truly grown. Belle, on the other hand, confesses that she feels guilty for breaking things off with Jeremiah and calling off their wedding, as though she ruined everything. Conrad reassures her with such tenderness that it's hard not to root for them. But just when you think they might leave things at that, Belle decides to take Conrad to one last place before the night ends. The destination? The romantic walkway along the Seine. You can almost feel the Paris air as they dance under the moonlight, sharing a moment that feels both nostalgic and brand new. It's as if time has stopped, and for a moment, the entire world belongs to just the two of them. Badly. Belle admits it feels like a million years ago, and she opens up about how Conrad's letters over the past year kept her going. This is the emotional payoff fans have been waiting for. And then, on the bank of the Seine, it finally happens. Belly and Conrad kiss. Not just a polite peck, but a kiss that is full of longing and love. The kind that says everything words can't. They head back to her apartment, and the intimacy escalates in a way that's both romantic and cathartic. It's the culmination of years of tension, misunderstandings, and near misses. But as soon as it's over, reality comes crashing in. Belly seems tense, almost scared by what just happened. She questions Conrad about why he really came to Paris. And then, in a move that makes your heart stop, Conrad confesses once again that he loves her. Belly's response is heartbreaking. And, she asks, as though unsure what to do with this declaration. Conrad gently pushes, saying he just needs to know if she still loves him. She admits that she does, but that's exactly the problem. Loving him has always been complicated. She wonders if their love was something they were supposed to feel, almost like an obligation because of Susanna's wish to see them together. Conrad, teary-eyed, insists that his feelings have nothing to do with his mom. If I met you for the first time tonight, I would still love you, he says, one of the most powerful lines of the entire series. Belly wishes she could be as sure as he is, but she isn't. And with that, Conrad stands, wishing her a soft, happy birthday, Belly, before leaving for the train station. Watching him walk away through the Paris streets feels like the ending of a great love story. But this finale isn't done with us yet. Station at 5 a.m. She catches Conrad just before he leaves for Brussels. She's wearing the infinity necklace he gave her years ago, and in one of the most moving confessions of the series, she declares, "I choose you of my own free will. There are infinite worlds, and in every one of them, I choose you." It's the closure and the new beginning fans have been dreaming of. The two of them head back to Cousins together, hand in hand, signaling not just a reconciliation, but a future together. It feels like a full circle moment, returning to the place where their story first began. But the finale doesn't stop there. There's still so much happening back in Boston and Cousins with the rest of the characters. And the show makes sure to give them satisfying endings too. Jeremiah, now living in Boston, has turned into a bit of a TikTok chef, and he seems genuinely happy in this new chapter of his life. When Denise drops the bombshell that she and Steven are moving to San Francisco, Taylor freaks out, but eventually the couple reconciles and decide to make the big move together. Steven assures Taylor that living with her is his dream too, giving us another heartwarming moment. Even Jeremiah gets his own closure when he finally earns the approval he's been seeking from Adam, who tells him he's proud. And then comes the sweetest surprise. Jeremiah and Denise share a kiss, hinting at a fresh romance on the horizon. The final shot of the series brings us back to Cousins Beach, with Belly and Conrad strolling into the beach house hand in hand, smiling. It's a simple ending, but one that feels like the perfect goodbye to a story that has meant so much to so many fans. It leaves you with that warm, satisfied feeling, the kind that makes you want to rewatch from the very beginning.